You know that our English is coming from Ecuador, no? Yes. So now you need to pay attention, please.
Good afternoon, dear sisters. We are the Latin America district. You see, was for us as a Latin America district great blessing to have this reality tree as an option to grow and profound our faith and also our commitment. When you suggest it will be the way that we, in preparation for our chapter, all the sisters was very happy and to make together the process. And the distance from Bolivia and Ecuador is bigger, and we need to choose the exactly date when the sisters can be free to be and to meet. And it was very miracle time when they, the sisters from Ecuador came to us before the plan was in October, but we joined in the middle of August. Was a great blessing. In our meeting, district meeting, in Santa Cruz, Bolivia, we brought our own unique tree. Each country chose the tree. Ecuadorian sisters brought the Guayacan tree, and we in Bolivia chose Toboroche tree. We want to keep our tree and unite together these two trees, and we call it Guayatopo. It's like a very strange tree, but these two trees is very meaningful for us and reflect our reality and all our commitment as a district. We are trying all hope for our chapter.
The yellow one is Guayacan from Ecuador. The pink flowers is Toboroche from Bolivia. So we are rooted from tradition Dominican congregation for our ancestors and for the dreams God with us. These are our roots.
The roots of Toboroche grow strong, widespread, and not very deep. Our congregational roots embrace three continents: Africa, Europe, Latin America, and also remind us our foundresses, all valiant women of great faith.
The trunk of our tree doesn't not look strong, wide, or robust, but it is one of the most beautiful woods, madera, wood, that we have in our country. So when people can buy one furniture for this tree, they are very happy because they know that it's forever. We don't need to buy another one. while a tree is growing, the roots need to go deep looking for water because it is growing in dry soil. No, it needs to look for water. And also the time that is growing comes rain, strong winds, gentle breezes too, and questions. We feel like the tree. We also need to go deep for looking water as a consecrated women, and also came to our lives the strong winds, rain, sand, but gentle breezes and questions too. So it's helped us as a tree, like a tree, to go deep looking for water.
The trunk on trunk topology, for us, it represents the power, fertility, femininity, and pregnancy. You see, the tree is became bigger. Since a mature topology is shaped like a bottle, making the tree look pregnancy. Inside, the tree is with water.
Our leaves. The community of Quito notices each time that it needs light as leaves. Did this not only for its own benefit, but to become an instrument of God, where it can act in the lives of people who suffer in situations in which they need nutrients. Now, Sandra is working in the hospital, and she every day is visit sick people every day. I'm going every day to school. We not only, for us, it's not only work there, but to train people. Because I'm not teaching only language there, I'm talking about take care of ourselves. I'm telling them we must care after the earth, and also to be able to see what is happening around us and take care for others. Also, we are helping people, 40 families. Our associates came every Wednesday to our house with food to give families who doesn't have anything in this time. So we want to alleviate the hunger of these people. I form a catechist also in the same way in the charism, Dominican charism, the values of Dominican. We are sharing with other sisters of other congregations too, because I'm working in the school where is another congregation, and also in the hospital, Sandra is working network with another sisters. we are working with the priest of the parish, and for maybe 5 or 4 years we are looking for another way to live in community. Maybe one day we will find something new.
I want to mention the bark is in the trunk because the wood of this tree is tender and preferred food of the variety of predators. Therefore, it grows sharp thorns. All ever to protect life and health. We think of our sisters in Bolivia. We are four, 2 in the city and 2 in our mission forestal. We think in our sisters taking part in protest marches, road blocked to protect the life of the poor or the senseless exploitation of nature. When I saw the sisters a little fragile to said to me, Margarita came because there is a march to go to protest, and said, I appreciate the impulse to give me. It's very, very appreciated. The leaves are the result of the sap coming from the roots. They provide us with oxygen and have to do with our vision and energy to put into practice. Whatever project that was inspired by God, we need to respond to these needs of the people. The flowers.
For us, flowers are the result of what the tree has received in itself. It has received much from God. We dream then of a full life in Him, that we can leave a mark of the Dominican charism in the context where we work and live. We dream of being part of the change in this world. That is not necessarily going to happen on big stages, but just like mustard seeds.
The flowers for us, when the tree is leafless, near the beginning of the spring, also this time, the attractive pink flowers appear. They represent our gratitude to the all sisters who went before us. We remember Martina, Birgit, Dionisia, Maya, Sigmunda, Andrea, Rosa, as well as the many sisters that are and who were part of our Bolivia. We always miss Veronica, Verena, Sister Herta. Was part of us, part of Ecuadorian also. They also represent human warmth, charisma, humor, joy of life.
The fruits, the Santa Catalina community apparently has not borne fruits of new vocation after us. Nevertheless, we train people who live out our Dominican values. For example, the young people who learned from Sandra music, they empower themselves with the ministry. Now they are playing alone. They don't need more Sandra. They already are singing and dancing alone. And also our associates, they are fully involved with our charism. They sent us in this day audio. I could listen that Sony, she is one of our associates, said the rest of them come to the house of the sisters. We need to pray for them and for all the sisters who are in the chapter. Come, brothers and sisters, we need to pray. We need to support them because they are coming each Tuesday to pray with us. So now, in the past Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, they will go to our house to pray for us. And they care after our house and after their property, because it's not only the Sandra and me. We tell them, this house is your house. So you're taking seriously.
The fruits. The tuberous fruit cannot be eaten, but they produce cotton balls that are collected and creatively used, for example, for a stuffing cushion. We feel very happy to remember our former students, especially those from the countryside, now efficient professionals who practice and live values received from the sisters' example. Sometimes we need, or we have some problem, they be always ready to help us. In the line of the healthcare, our nurses and doctors are true defenders of life. They continue to inspire and healthcare that humanizes, and it is devoted to help the poor that are often rejected by society. Now, when Lucy is alone in the mission, the staff is looking for her. The pastoral worker is working, waiting to the priest to have the Holy Mass. Everything is like I am. I am so happy and grateful with them.
Now it's time that you can listen Spanish, because I'm going to talk in Spanish and Lydia is helping me to translate. Because this part is, I'm proud of this because I like too much what we started to do with our people. Hace meses empezamos a leer libros con nuestra gente, con asociados en la escuela, y el objetivo de esto es no solamente leerlos, sino enseñar a que nuestra gente vea más allá, entienda más allá de lo que estamos acostumbrados a entender. No tenemos cultura de lectura. Estamos acostumbrados, si los políticos o los gobernantes dicen esto es, nosotros decimos sí, esto es. Pero es hora de que la gente empiece a entender, es reading, a entender hay que pensar, hay que cuestionar, hay que criticar para entender qué es lo que está pasando alrededor nuestro. No solamente leemos libros para entender la realidad, sino para trabajar en nosotros mismos y hacer mejor nuestra pastoral.
She doesn't want me to translate literally, so I will try to say what she said. She's saying that a few months ago they are starting reading books with people, but it's just not reading, but also training them to think deeper and to think critically, not to just obey and say yes to the government or whatever news we have, but to go deeper and question and see the reality beneath. And to also, she said to train people to self-knowledge of themselves, to be better person, but also to do better their ministry with people. More or less.
Wow. Good. Wow.
The new sprout, to us, they represent new needs and our creative response to them. For example, to accompany youngsters of vulnerable families starting to a small business, providing technical studies with the small scholarships, and help them envision a more hopeful future. Assisting ex-prisoners to find the way back into a free and legal life. Also, in our mission, organizing the small communities in our mission forestal, where we find many old people and support them to live in dignity in their aging with their families, so that they didn't feel insulated and isolated.
Dead branches. Years ago, months ago, we were crying. We are in sorrow because the congregation is dying. What we are going to do? And also in South Africa there are a lot of sisters, still a lot of sisters. In Ecuador only 2. What we are going to do? and we feel resistance for the reality. Oh. But now we decided to transform our sorrows and pains as a nutrients for new life. We want to trust in God fully, knowing we need to play our part as well.
Dead branches, our many project closet, our many vocation leaves, the volunteers without consistency, and also our all catechists who were in our area became pastors of the other church. Run away. This is our district, Latin America district. You see fragile, but we are inside very strong. The sister who is living in Bolivia, the associate, the many people who is our helpers, support us, and inspire us to be strong, to be working together in the same way that the Synod is inspire us. And thank you for being with us.